Sorry about that happening. I just straight up like went to the area, grabbed the thing. It just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't. It like crashed on me. What? I'm not overweight. You're overweight, game. The game just thinks I'm overweighted, and I'm truly not. I'm skinny. Yeah. Anyway, I went over to the tree stump, and it just straight up crashed the game. Yay, there we go. Alright, with all this money, I'm gonna do the fancy, buy a house strat. And, you know what? I think this time I will have a child. Like adoption. I think that'd be cool. I'll be like, hey yo, you could have whatever you want for the kid. Because I have so much money.
Let's kill someone.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. Until next time.
Splendid. There's a house. Wonderful. Here's the key to your new... I'll be glad. And of course... Now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to... Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Be careful.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. He was all... He won't be grateful. What is it that you need?
Another wanderer. But I know about him and about the war more than he might think. That I don't have the same mother as my brother and sister. This castle is places where you... And she won't tell... I've gotten good. I thought I would, but I can't open the door. In the basement. I bet she'll talk to you too. Until next time.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Ooh, Cicero
Come to
wants
Dragon's
some
Beach to
skyboard
discuss the
steel.
ongoing hostility.
Sharp,
The rest of the great warriors.
Oh, sorry.
At last. I've been waiting for someone more fit to carry out my will. The child is spirited but lacks agency. Regrettably, I cannot reach your plane so directly. But I forgive you for not knowing who I am. Few hear my whispers anymore. I am Mephala, the Lady of Whisper. I tug at the web of connections between love, hatred, loyalty, betrayal. The boy was good at sussing out secrets. You, I expect to take a more active role. First, you must open this door. A piece of my power has been locked away behind it, and even my eyes cannot see past the seals. I'd much rather it be in the hands of an ambitious and talented person, such as yourself. The whole of Whiterun is ripe with paranoia and tensions. The Jarl's court is right to fear the power I hold behind this door. The Jarl trusts few, and they will be his undoing. The Dark Child knows of what I speak. Let him guide your path.
Thank you. Cicero? Bro, get out of my way. Thank you. That's what I don't like about followers. They be extremely obnoxious. Whispering door.
Oh, maybe Cicero will go to your master and dance for the companions. They'll, on second thought, maybe not.
You. I told you. For some reason, how you get it from them is up to you. Nobody would notice if Arngar went missing, I promise you.
Don't go setting the place on fire. What is it that you need?
Where's Cicero?
There are some that say the Dark Brotherhood is back, and stronger than ever.
Cicero is at your... Does it involve sneaking and stabbing? Ooh.
Jarl of Whiterun and his trusted wizard. If anyone else is reading this, please understand the magnitude of your folly. Turn around and never speak of this rumor, this blade to anyone. It has corrupted and perverted the desires of great men and women, yet its power is without equal. To kill while your victim smiles at you. Only a Daedra most foul could have concocted such a malevolent and twisted weapon. But it appears that all who wield it end up with the crazed eyes of those wild men who roam the hills chattering with rabbits. It is not to be trifled with. Not even the hottest fires of the Skyforge can melt it. Indeed, the coals themselves seem to cool when it was placed within. We cannot destroy it, and we would not have it fall into the hands of our enemies. So we keep it hidden, dark and deep within Dragon's Reach, never to be used. Woe to be any who choose to take it.
Excellent work. Now, I trust you're sharp enough to see that the sword doesn't match the description of the ebony blade you may know. It has languished too long outside the winds of alliance and betrayal. To return to its past glory, it must first drink the blood of deceit. Your world is admirably steeped in lies and inclinations. My blade is a darling leech that feeds on deceptions and nourishes its master. Seek out those closest to you. The final pluck of their misguided heartstrings will accompany my blade in a song of your grandeur.
Pretty much. You need to kill your friends and loved ones
Let's kill
to
someone.
strengthen the blade. And personally, I am not, I'm not gonna upgrade it. It's not my type of thing, though it is one of the only few weapons with an unlimited enchantment, like Wind Shear.
Someone there?
Someone there.
So I will take it.
Over here.
Be careful. The Forsworn are just as dangerous as they look.
You know, maybe I shouldn't have left him there.
Is that your voice I hear? No, just my head playing tricks. Foolish Cicero.
One remarkably well preserved. Amazing, eh? To be standing at the very
Alduin
entrance
isn't getting
of
any
Sky
weaker
Hill.
while we stand around here
Here's
gawping
the
at the
blood
architect.
seal. And
The Akaviri blood.
it's the... But I don't yet know.
Try dripping
Goodbye,
blood
then.
onto the carving on the floor. It's coming to life. You did it. After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of getting the first.
where's Dragonbane? I don't exactly remember where that sword is, but it's the signature lightning sword, and it is pretty nice. I'll find it eventually.
Let's kill someone.
Look, here is your pen. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin...
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that...
Patience, my dear. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used it?
Oh, yes. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin.
So we're looking for a shout, then?
Isn't it amazing? Let me see if I can find
Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? Have you ever heard of a shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to... Right. We'll look around. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third map. The prophecy was born.
Let's kill someone.
I know that I shouldn't really be complaining about this, but I wish the Skyrim skills went even further, like with their capstones. They're very, very top skills.
Let's kill.
Like, how do I describe it? Like, the master spells, like, every single 100 perk skill, it's not worth it, with the exception of Twin Souls and Atronach. Like, they both have an extremely good place in being level 100 quality skills. Avoid Death is pretty nice as well, but it doesn't even matter to me at this point because of how much life I have. There's Illusion's Master of the Mind, that's worth being 90. Purity kinda sucks, like, outright for, you know, taking all the negative out of positive and all the positive out of negative. It's stupid. Like, Speech is World Trader, right? No, Master Trader. That one's really good just because of you getting more gold from trades and stuff. Pickpockets. Thing is just you can pickpocket off armor of enemies, which is sick. But like Unbreakable and Master Locks, they're not that good. Shadow Warrior is broken as all heck. I've used it all the time. There's Deft Movement, which is neat. It'd be better if it was higher chance. And all the one-handed stuff is just average. Block is nice, smithing's nice, enchanting's nice. It's just, I wish that they did more with what 100 skills. Like, some things are just not that exciting to get.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? Do not be so sure about that. Beware. The Blades may claim to serve the are still not ready to know, as your question reveals. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Oh, dear.
I have given my answer. Go and reconsider your course. Forgive me, I will... The decision whether or not... No, I cannot... Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time. But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it. But I am not the one to speak of it to you. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. You weren't ready, but thanks to the Blades, you now have... He is our leader. He surpasses us. He lives in... He speaks to us only rarely. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax. Grant you my understanding of clear sky. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly.
Look! 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 Look!
Is there someone aboard?
哦
Garrison?
哦
Garrison?
哦
Garrison?
哦哦 Look! Baku! Look! Baku! Look! Baku! Look! Baku! Look! Baku! Look! Baku!
Dremjolons Wundernik. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Drem, patience, not until introduction. Final tradition, the elders. Not until introductions are complete. You understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do. Me not as mortal, but as Dova.
Yol?
Ah, yes, Sosedovra. Ah, you would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Alduin Comet T. But I do not know your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. Cruise, some. Perhaps this world is simply the eight paths of even those, but
Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the monarch? True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Vaucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated. Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today, seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. But this is only... which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Kren. If you could learn Dragonrend from though you have it. There is go. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the sun.
Gormley! Battle!
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Kriegwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
For Skyrim!
A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Golfer, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need it.
We will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Me, Tarudis, Ani, Him Hind Paliv, Zuu Hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
my power that I come from in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You'll feel fear for the first time, Worm. I see it in your eyes. Skyrim will be free!
It's no use.
Hold Alduin on the wing! Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We count you out from all our endings unto the last. You are banished!
Worked. You did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal. Lot Kongrach. You truly Nilivrach Alduin. This should yeah. Perhaps a fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, yes. But your Sum is strong. I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long. But no, I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. No will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fade, ponder. That is fine. Let that which calls to you in your that. Think of this as the which calls to you. It is called. Think of that is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Ark Mora, Drem, which calls to you in your that. Think of this as the fire. Speak, which calls to you. Fate upon that is fine. Let that meaning fill you, Sum Ark Mora.
What's eternal spirit?
You will find that your speak, which calls to you, Dovahkiin. In your as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath, Sum Ark Mora.
Cicero is at your service.
Mirabelle is a
great
I
and
dare,
powerful
but
listener.
that over. This is the only thing I've ever found. I think it's better off in your hands.
I do not remember all of the locations for the ritual spell, but I'll get to it. Okay. Over here is Orphan Rock, right? Okay, now I need to go to the next place, which is Four Skull Lookout. Here. Oh, that's right. Now this should unlock Firestorm, Blizzard, and Lightning Storm for destruction. And the best of the three is Lightning Storm. Though Firestorm and Blizzard are pretty nice. Lightning.
Time for you to die. I'm gonna put you down.
You look a bit peaked. You sure you shouldn't be home in bed?
Let's kill someone.
I can't take a look. Until next time.
Let's kill.
Alright, I got my ultimate DPS machine. It's just, is it going to be utilizable? Yes, no, meh.
You
I don't know.
awful. Better not get me sick.
It is very interesting that Wall of Storms costs more than Lightning Storm. It said 223 per second, then Lightning Storms 2.
I'm as much a Nord as the next man, but I'm no fool.
Anyway.
May the gods... I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap... Of course. You already... But I don't understand. All doing the work. Now what's this nonsense? I want to... Oh, do you think... No. I can't... But getting... If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace... Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain.
Go cast your fancy magic some. They sell.
Let's kill someone.
Alright, I think rightfully thinking I should
Aldwin? We heard the Dragonrend shout from here. I feared as much. We are not warriors. You misunderstand, Dorothy. I see. But Parthenac, even the group... We will see if they still remember us.
Alright, well, I'll be right back.
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
You can afford a septim or two.
All right. But you just...
Please, someone do something!
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. Smart woman.
Sheesh.
You hear the news? The Emperor has been murdered. Right here in Skyrim. By the gods. If the Dark Brother...
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen? Have we? Oh, of course. You were at Helgen. One of the prisoners, if I recall correctly. I suppose that's true. Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? I suspect we might have use for someone. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding.
I'm telling you.
Speak with Legate Ricka. She will determine if you are Legion material. The Great... Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem, but I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that, dragons or no dragons. You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack. Yes, he'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir.
The Emperor's been murdered.
I don't know why, but my controller is just like bugging out.
Zone ship.
Hey, you're the one who killed...
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Let's
Taking
kill
his city and
someone.
leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready.
I remember you. You were at Helgen with us. Come to join the war. Speak with Galmar. He handles the new recruits. Good. Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
The people
Speak
are
with
behind
Galmar.
you.
He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings. I don't know how you convinced Ulfric to talk to the Empire. Worse than a waste of time if you ask me.
In their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have found
I don't know how you convinced how many of their sons and daughters.
Well put, friend.
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Fight or die well.
I don't know how you convinced Ulfric to talk to the Empire.
I'll come to your council, but I doubt any good will come of it.
I don't... How you convinced Ulfric to talk to the Empire. Worse than a waste of time if you ask me.
What then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves.
Cicero's heard about the butcher. Interesting knife work.
I
Just
fight.
Stab. And then
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer
Cicero
needed.
is at your service.
I would gladly retire from the
great
world.
and powerful listener.
Were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime... I don't know how you convinced Ulfric to talk to the Empire.
I'll come to your council, but I doubt any good will come of it.
I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in... Yes, yes. But regrets. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among warriors
So,
of Skyrim.
Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? The hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that always poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
Cicero is hungry. Need a sweet roll.
Take your seat. Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do. I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
To arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hoped to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. you are a traitor to the Empire and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. In exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver. Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honric, plus all the mead we can drink. I'm glad you agree. I was starting to wonder whose side you were on here.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk with good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreement in the balance?
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Swords, bones, where will these demands end?
Out with it, then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thangvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce. until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Dalmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn.
I don't much like this truce. Feels like a betrayal to me.
I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is. All well and good, but did you know that he was Alduin's chief lieutenant in ancient times? Responsible for terrible atrocities. It's true that his crimes are long in the past, but justice does not count the passage of years. The Blades have been hunting him for centuries. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort. I am an unguessed troll cross-referencing this by calling the dragon with... He's not I think it's very likely. Oda Ving.
I'm ready to do my part.
Snow
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
There's a way to cheese this fight, and I absolutely love it. As it turns out, one doesn't exactly need to kill Odahving's life bar at all. All you have to do is shout his name and then dragon rend him to the ground. And then you pretty much win. And you can do this by normal means as well, it's just you have to wait an hour.
We're ready, as I promised. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my yours.
Call Odahving to Dragon's Reach.
This is your crazy idea, huh? Hear that?
Ulbonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, no doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renikvaza, many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course. Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once he has his do been Zuulost ofan Hinland. Ah, well, only, of course, I could fly you there. Onik and you free me, and I carry you to Skaldafin.
Something to tell the grand... You sure about that? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again.
Was nu? Die dein Rufe erstmal. Salam Uth. I Subrit of Amativ Mubokotin Stinselok.
Maybe Cicero will go to your bastard and dance for the companion.
This is as far as I can take with both Akrin. I will look for your return, or Alduin's.
just hope that those draugrs don't return. Because I need Dragonren to take down the dragons. And I also just need, like, I don't know. I'll use all that I can to taking them
Fus! Roll! Shoot! 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 Roll! Shoot!
I'm back. Did it disconnect? Please no. YouTube. It did. Okay. I don't know how long it's been disconnected, but I'm going